Hello, everybody, and welcome to the spooky edition of the Daily Market Commentary. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be spooky at all. But there's, the market kind of lulled us to sleep a little bit today. We don't have a whole lot to talk about regarding our positions. One or two things came up for the day. For those of you that are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. Thank you for making it here. We do the same thing every day. We try to look at the markets from a technical perspective, and we look at the same 8 to 10 futures markets every day. We don't move the lines unless you're here with us, so that you can see how we think about and look at our trades on a daily basis. And primarily, we stick to 1 hour charts. We could certainly go bigger, we can go smaller, but I primarily like to stick to 1 hour charts. So today was what I like to call a little bit of a snooze fest. We basically had an inside day with not a whole lot of activity happen, so really nothing in the S&P. The Nasdaq has continued to march higher. My problem with this thing marching higher is it's not giving me a good entry on the hourly chart. So, on the 15-minute time period, there was possibly a little entry, on this little pullback here, right there, right around the open. But really nothing that's going to get me in. So as much as it's nice to say, oh, look at that move up, I didn't catch any of it. And the reason I didn't is because I've got to follow my rules. And my rules tell me to wait for a good pullback into an area that I'm comfortable with. Crude oil is running today. As we saw, we had our big run up in crude last week. And then today we got another little pop. So if you really, want to look inside on the small time frames for crude, you've got this little area right in here that we might get a little bit of a retest on. Now, the reason I like this is because it was this old resistance area, and then we broke out of that old resistance area. I mean, that's a real quality breakout trade on a small time frame. If that's something that you like, you can certainly use this as an opportunity to get long. I'm going to leave it off because it doesn't fit my style. Frankly, it doesn't fit my trading style at all, so I'm going to leave that one off. One that does, which we are about to approach, is this level here in gold. So we have a little level here, 1273, 1275. I put that up today on the Twitter page. For those of you that follow us on me on Twitter, hopefully you got a chance to see that one earlier today. We had posted that one up as a potential short entry. So price is not there yet. We'll see if indeed it does get there. Pretty small level though. I mean, we've really only got 2 points worth of risk on this thing. The idea is that we, if I get 2 points now, I might want to take a little off the table right here, right at 1270. Simply because there's a little bit of support that's been built right here, and I want to just kind of avoid that. Let's go take a look at some bond markets. So looking here at our bond markets, we are rallying in the bonds over the last couple of days. Still nowhere near an area that I'm interested in. I do like this area here, this little pivot area. I'm going to add that to our charts. This little area right here, I'm going to add to our charts as a place that could be a good place to get long on a pullback. So I'm going to add this level here. This is one that we can use, kind of heading forward. The Aussie, we've got a long setup on a breakout above this level here, but really nothing in there that based on where our current price is. Euro is coming to our area of resistance, that little spot there, which was acting as a floor in the past, but could act as a ceiling in the future. So I've got that in play. If you are so inclined, and I very well might be, I'm going to wait till it gets there. There is a breakout potential trade right here. There is a slight breakout potential trade up above this 69.35 area. If you want to take that breakout on the euro, that will be there for your opportunity if that's something that you like. Similarly, on the Canadian dollar, if you want to break out short, you could have that area on the Canadian that shows up as a potential breakdown. So this breakdown in the Canadian and that breakup in the euro both are kind of hovering around as potentials. Going to NAT Gas and a Great British Pound. So NAT Gas, we've had this level on here for a couple of days, has not come anywhere near our entry point, unfortunately. So we're going to leave the level on. We're not going to get rid of it. It still could be a pretty good area of resistance, but I'm going to leave it be for the time being. There's nothing in here that I'm super excited about. Great British pound. We still have a level over there. I do like, though, this, this little breakup that we're getting from here, this area where we may get a little bit of a breakout run. This could become a good level. So I'm not going to put lines on it yet. But if price breaks up from this current area, it's going to make me want to consider this as a potential entry. And this is what I look for in potential entries. And let me explain why. Here we had a drop, a little bit of this kind of sideways price action, which tells me that there was fair value in here, right? That fair value of price was right in there, and then price moved away. Now, that fair value means that buyers and sellers and bulls and bears and everybody was happy. They found a fair price that they were all able to agree on, and then price moved away. And the price moved away because everybody who was willing to buy at this price had bought, and so price dropped looking for more buyers. Well, not every seller was able to get their orders filled, and so when price returned, it also hung around there, found that fair price area, dropped away. Every buyer was fulfilled in this area, but not every seller was. So price moved away in search of more buyers. Price has come back to it. Now, if in here we finally have enough buyers to wipe out all the sellers that are here, it's probably going to leave some buyers behind at this area. And it's kind of an old resistance becomes new support concept. But the idea is really built around how many buyers and how many sellers are at each spot. Japanese yen. Still got to change this so that it shows up as the yen every day. Now, in the Japanese yen, we had a very small time frame, long potential set up in this area. And if you look, price came into the level, and boom, we got a quick move out, and it came right to what we would consider our profit objective, our target. Now, why would this be our target? Well, because this was the origin of the price moving down. So this was a very quick movement right up into here. If you were a small time frame trader, hopefully you're able to capitalize on that, but you've got to be a really small time frame trader because then price immediately came down, based around, and then fell through. Where are we standing now? If I go back to the hourly time period, we're still above our breakdown short point right here in the Japanese yen. So that's what we have for today. Do me a favor. Hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful evening, afternoon, early morning, whenever you happen to be listening to this. Please do me a favor. Share this video with somebody else. Give me a like, give me a retweet, give me a share, whatever it is you can do. We really appreciate as much of getting the word out as we can. And if there's something you'd like to look at, please let me know. So until tomorrow, we'll see you on November 1st. Have a good day. I'll see you.